So before learning a back roll to monkey down, you want to make sure you have a back roll to handstand. You don't need to learn how to do a monkey down before because it's a whole different technique. So you want to make sure you practice your back roll to handstand a lot before doing this. So to do a back roll to handstand, we're going to drop into a backwards roll by bending your knees and putting your butt towards the ground. And then you're going to arch your back so you make sure that you roll off of it. So you want to practice the backwards roll a few times. So on the backwards roll, once your head is over, you can put your hands on the ground and push off of the ground to get onto your feet. When you're pushing, you want to straighten out your body to almost be in a handstand and then get to your feet. It's going to look a little bit like this. So you see that as I come out of the roll, my arms are bent like this, and then I'm pushing off of the ground. Also, to get into the backwards roll, I do a little bit of a cheat step. So I put one foot forward and then bring it back to give myself momentum to get a faster roll. You want to make sure you get comfortable with that so that you can use that cheat step to get extra momentum when you're doing the trick on the wall. So when you're comfortable with the back roll to handstand and you're getting a good push, then you want to get ready to do it on the wall. The first thing you want to do is measure where your feet are going to be. So to measure your foot placement, you want to lay down on the ground as if you're in a back roll position, and then you want to put your arms bent on the wall like this. You want to make sure your body is in the perfect position to get as much push as possible. So you see how my arms are almost 90 degrees to make sure that I'm getting the right push off of the wall for the trick. So once you've measured that, you want to get back onto your feet forwards to figure out where your feet are going to be. So what I usually do is I put my feet a little bit in front of that, because with the momentum, I'm going to go a little bit faster than my test one. So this is approximately where my feet want to be. So I'm going to put my foot forward to do my little cheat step. Then when you're comfortable, you want to make sure you get a few practice ones in. So you want to back roll, but not go over your head. You're just going to place your hands on the wall and pretend like you're pushing. So it's going to look a little bit like this. So when you kick your legs up, make sure you kick them straight up and not into the wall. If you kick them into the wall, your feet are going to smack the wall and it's going to stop all momentum. So if you're too scared to go straight over your head because you're scared you're not going to get the right momentum and land back on your head, what you can do is learn it slightly off axis. To do that, you kind of look over your shoulder as you're doing the backwards roll. By looking over your shoulder, you're going to be able to spot the ground more and it'll be a little less scary, and you're going to go over your head less, so it'll be less dangerous. Make sure that you know this is just a progression and that you want to go straight over the head for the trick. Another thing you want to watch out for is to not be too far away from the wall. When you're too far from the wall, you won't get the proper push and your arms are going to be fully extended, and then since you don't get the proper push, your feet are most likely going to go straight into the wall and you're not going to get the trick. So when you're ready, you're going to push off of the wall just like you're doing a back roll to handstand, but instead of pushing off of the ground, you're pushing off of the wall. As you're pushing off of the wall, you also want to kick your legs up a little to make sure you get height so that you can land back on your feet. After you've pushed off of the wall and you've kicked up with your feet, then you want to make sure that you tuck your knees. By bending your knees, your feet are not going to hit the wall and you'll be able to land back on the ground. If you're not getting the trick, sometimes you don't have the right momentum. This trick takes a bit of momentum because if you're doing it too slow, then you won't have the right momentum to get over the head. So if you're not getting it properly, try to do the roll a little faster.